Good morning. I've just woken up. Let's talk about day 4. And day 4 is about applying perception, action, and will in every aspect of your daily lives. What does that mean? Perception, the ability to, perceive things the way that benefits you, that doesn't negatively impact you. Action, the ability to do things that benefit you and will away those negative things. And so, what does that mean exactly to me? The perception, action, and will, the three core values to have in everyday life. It means that if it's not something that's immediate within your control, you have to focus and will it away. And those things that are within your control, you need to take action on. You have to take action on the things that are within your control. Being stagnant gets you nothing. So, don't have you can do everything you can to improve your knowledge, to improve your physical health, to improve an infinite amount of things. As long as you do it with the broad understanding that the outcome is what the outcome will be, but what I'm doing is pushing forward to try, then you've already succeeded by trying. Because if one fails, then that means there was an attempt made. So a million failures can lead to one success. So just keep pushing forward every day by an inch, by a mile, by whatever amount that you can, and be better than the day you were before. So those are the three things to live by um, on a daily basis in a stoic mindset. And so I will be applying those today. I woke up again this morning feeling depressed because when I first wake up, my thoughts are not of my own volition. You're still groggy. You're in the twilight between consciousness and, sleep. And so my thoughts when I first wake up are always on the same thing. Although I had a crazy dream last night, and it was cool because in the dream I was playing a video game. And the video game I was playing was one that my mind created up on its own. And it was basically like a 2D side scroller where you collected armor pieces and like all these other things. And you could switch them out for different, set bonuses and stuff. But anyways, so while I am in that twilight zone, my mind immediately goes to things I can't that are outside of my control. But once I become conscious, for a few minutes, I'm stuck in that twilight era where I cannot fully control, and then by the time I am fully conscious, my mind's already on those things, and I have to become aware that my mind is on things I can't control. Thankfully, I don't know how I've managed to do this, but I've instilled within myself the question: is this something I can control? Maybe it's because I've said it 100 times a day with every thought that's popped up. But this morning I was laying there, and I don't know how much time passed by of me thinking about those things out of my control. But then my brain said, "Are these things I can control?" And I was like, "Wait, no, they're not. These are things from the past. I'm thinking about the past. The past is already written. So they are well out of my control, and I willed them together and I sent them away. I pushed them out of my thoughts. And I'll be honest with you. If you would have told me a week ago that I would be able to will the negative regrets from my life out of my consciousness and actually begin to feel better, I would have said you were crazy. There was no way I was going to be able to do that. But I have done that. I've made strides to will and push and have acceptance and peace, and then focus on the things I can control. Those are the important parts, because I have spent over a decade of my life focusing on the things out of my control. And no more will I do that. No, no more. If it's something I cannot, it's like if it's a lever that I cannot reach, then it's a lever that does not exist, nor shall it impact the way I feel. So those are the 3 daily values. What do I plan on doing today? I have an iPad and an iPhone, and as well. So what I'm going to be doing is opening the Notes app and on my iPad, and while I listen to the rules of the comma, I'm going to be taking notes on the iPad, because I've listened to it 5 or 6 times, but it's like a 30-minute long video. And there are certain parts I know how to use a comma for sure. Like the first 10 minutes of the video, I got that down. But there's certain rules to commas that I'm going to write down just to have reflections on in my notepad. If I write it on my iPad, it'll also appear on my iPhone under the Notes app. And so I'm just going to have myself a little section for commas, and then I'll have another little section for, like, I'm just going to make a study sheet for grammar, and I'm going to start building off of it now. I have I have a friend named David, where if I haven't, he's really good at that stuff. And so any questions I come across, if I can't find them online, I'll just ask him, and I'll add them to my grammar notes, and then I'll just build and study, so that way I can be more efficient. This is something I have thought about doing for literal probably 8, 9 years. Oh, I should do this, but not today. I should do this, but tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow, and then thousands of tomorrows later. Like, is it ever going to get done? Not if I don't actively pursue it. So don't push things off until tomorrow. Do them today. Do them while they're on your mind if it's something you can control. Today I'm going to try to do 1,500 steps, and I'm going to proceed forward with, like I said, making the notes, cleaning the house, and finding joy in all of this, because I am influencing my future. If I could just engrave one thing into all of you out there, it would be take 1 hour a day, just 1 hour if you can, or 15 minutes if you can, and try to learn something new that you've been pushing off. And do that every day. Don't every day take like 15 minutes or an hour, however much time you can dedicate. The reason why I say an hour is because, from a psychological perspective, after about 45 minutes to an hour, your attention span degrades or diminishes significantly, and your ability to focus and absorb information also degrades, which is why most college classes is 45 minutes to an hour long, because it's Occam's razor. You don't fight against the grain, and in psychology we have learned that that's the primary attention span for most people to absorb knowledge. So after that, I believe it goes down by, I forget what the exact percentage is, but it's a significant percentage. So all right, well, I am going to get off here. I guess this will be it for the day. Remember, stay calm. Stoicism is not about the removal of emotions. It's not. Whenever people think of Stoics, they think of emotionalist people. It's not about the removal of emotions. It's about the domestication of emotions. That's it. One can still have them when they choose to. And that's it. This has been Darth Blint, and if you want to join me on this journey, If you'll pick up the book, The Daily Stoic, you can start with day 1. Go, and then, every day just go through with me. This is my day 4, and I'm going to proceed forward as always, and to the next day and to the next day. Tomorrow will be day 5, and so on and so forth. I look forward to seeing where I'll be a year from now, and then reflecting back to day 1. So join me in this journey. Learn how to be mentally stronger and to make choices that will benefit you. So let's go on this journey together. All right, this has been Darth Glint, and may your chains be broken.